Friends, hi, hello, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, I'm so glad that you're here with me in this moment. I am Ciarra. I do a lot of things, I am a lot of things, I say a lot of things. I will not bore you with all those things right now because today we're talking about affirmations. What's that? Oh, you like my shirt? Okay. Hey. I like this shirt too. It says protect Black mamas. All right. And it's people working together. You see that unity right there? They're working together to support this mama as she births her baby. If you're interested, I will be sure to drop the link so that you can figure out how to get this shirt from my good friend Amanda. And no, I'm not being paid. I'm not an affiliate. I just really like the shirt. I also really like supporting my friends. Okay. So affirmations. You're either here because you love affirmations and you want more, or you're like, why is everyone talking about these affirmations? Like, what is all the hype about? Well, I'm going to tell you what the hype is about, okay? The hype is about you, right? It's about you. Everything is about you. And don't let anybody tell you different. I mean, unless it's really not about you. Like, don't be a Joan. Don't Joan the situation. Don't Tony the situation either. They both got that real bad. So affirmations, what are they? Affirmations are affirming statements. They are statements that are affirming either something you want, someone you want to be, something you want to attract. And the philosophy behind it is that the way the mind works, the way the conscious and the subconscious mind works, subconscious mind is where the permanent memory lives, right? So the subconscious mind remembers everything, the good stuff, the bad stuff, all the stuff in between, literally records on records. Like the subconscious mind is a bookkeeper, right? The conscious mind is more like present in the now. You don't really remember things. Ooh, did I miss your birthday? I am so sorry, right? The subconscious would never miss your birthday because the subconscious knows everyone's birthdays, right? So it's a weird analogy, but I hope that gives you a better understanding of how the conscious and the subconscious mind sort of work together. We like to use the iceberg theory. So Titanic, right? Iceberg, little peak, nothing crazy. But then under that, there's like this huge mass. I mean, it's just huge, it just keeps going. You're like, wow, this little thing became this big old thing. And that is exactly what the conscious and the subconscious mind are like. That little bitty part at the top is like, oh, that's the conscious mind is so cute and harmless. Look at it. And then that part at the bottom is like, whoa. So you got receipts, basically, right? So when we're doing affirmations, we're sort of targeting the conscious and the subconscious mind. We're moving through the conscious mind to get into the subconscious mind, adding these things to our permanent memory. So imagine if you said to yourself, I move through life with ease. And you said that every day. Or you said that in those moments where you feel yourself about to get frustrated, you see a situation in front of you and you're like, okay, this situation has the potential to really ruin my day. And you just say to yourself, I move through life with ease. And it's a reminder, right? So that permanent memory, it works the same way your muscles work. You learn to dance, or you work out, or you're a gymnast, and you build up this muscle memory. And maybe it's been years, or maybe it's been months since you've done something, but the muscles remember at least enough to go, oh, this is kind of familiar. Maybe a little more stretching, maybe a little more work to do, but there's that muscle memory. So think about the muscle of your subconscious. Every time you're doing these affirmations, you're working the muscles in the subconscious to go, oh, I remember that. Oh yeah, I do move through life with ease. Oh, this is easy. Oh, wow, I thought that was gonna be really frustrating, but it worked out. Okay, and I was on Pinky's Live today. And I don't know if you guys know Pinky Cole, but if you don't know Pinky Cole, you need to follow her. You need to get all up in it because Pinky Cole is a legend, okay, in the making. Legendary already, but she's been a legend in the making for some time, okay? So she was on live today on Instagram just talking about how, you got to believe in yourself. You can't give up. You have to keep pushing. And all of those things are affirmations. So she's affirming that for herself, but she's also sharing that with the public to say, hey, you can do this too. You can do this too. And I believe she said, quote, I am my mother's wildest dreams. I am my father's wildest dreams. That's an affirmation, okay? Now, maybe today you don't feel like you're living up to your mother or your father's wildest dreams. And maybe you're too stuck in what their regular dreams are and you're not opening yourself up to their wildest dreams. Like think about what that means when people say wildest dreams, right? This is not, oh, I hope that my children grow up to live a happy life, have a family and have a good job, right? That's not very wild. It's very standard. It's something that, frankly, all of us should be entitled to, happiness, right? Wild is like, I bet you didn't think you were giving birth to a billionaire. Okay, that's wild, right? Wild is like, I bet you didn't think your kid was going to grow up to travel the world. I bet you didn't think you were going to have a child who started this huge organization that's now saving lives everywhere. Okay, that's wild, right? Like those are my wildest dreams. And so that is an affirmation. You're affirming that and you're not putting limitations on it, because having wild dreams seems like scandalous. Like, ooh, but can I? Ooh, should I? Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna do it, right? So, we have those dreams, and it's like our dreams tend to feel very normal, and our dreams can oftentimes be really limiting. But think about the wildest dreams. And when I think about affirmations, when I'm creating my affirmations, I am like, okay, how can I expand this? And I'm really meticulous. I'm really particular about the wording because I want to be clear. I want to be clear. Whatever God you serve, I want to be clear. God, this is what I see, but I don't see what you see. So let me leave a little room in here for you to go beyond even my wildest dreams. Okay. So I hope I'm not losing you. I love talking about this. That is essentially what you're doing when you are creating an affirmation. You're affirming something that either already is true, but you're having a little insecurity, or something that you want to be true, right? You got the law of attraction. You are what you eat. I like to say you are what you consume, because it's not just food. We know that. It's not just food. It's music. It's TV. It's the people we surround ourselves with. It's our work environment. It's all those things, right? What are you consuming? What you're consuming is what you become. So if you're consuming these affirmations, guess what? What Miss Tabitha say? Get into it. Get it. I wish I had something to hold up close to the camera like Miss Tabitha be doing. It always looks so good when she do that. Get into it. So I'm not gonna talk anymore about the affirmations, but I am gonna start sharing with you my favorite affirmations and give you just a little tidbit of how I either came up with them or what I'm personally targeting with these affirmations. Keep in mind, these are for you to use or for you to recreate, for you to expound on. Maybe your dreams are wilder than mine, okay? All right? So grab your pen, okay? Whatever you need, type on your phone, whatever kind of person you are, go ahead and start to write these down. I am gonna put them up on the screen, and I want you to either take the ones you like or reframe them, recreate them, make them yours. And so something that's also really important, you need to speak in a language that feels good to you, And so we talk about inclusivity and representation, and I'm a firm believer that some voices don't resonate with me. I don't feel safe with all voices. So maybe you're watching this and you are a Black woman, or you do feel safe hearing a Black woman's voice, and me reading these affirmations to you is like, yes, I feel that. But maybe you're not. Maybe you aren't able to resonate with me. Maybe you don't identify with me. And maybe you're like, ooh, I like how that sounds, but I wouldn't say it that way. Guess what? That's okay. Reframe it in the way that you would say it. Use whatever language that you would use and make it yours. Okay? Claim it. All right. My first and most important, I probably shouldn't rank my affirmations like that. I'm not supposed to have favorites. But this is my favorite. It's my favorite one. This affirmation is not my favorite. I love all my affirmations the same. It's my favorite. So this one is really, really good for those moments when it seems like things are not going to work out for me. Because you have to know that whenever something doesn't work out for you, it is working out for you. Everything is working out for you. Everything is coming together for your good. Every single thing, okay? So the first one, things are always working out for me. I say this to myself in the morning sometimes. And I'm not a strict routine person. I'm not like, 7:10, say my affirmations. No, I just say them throughout the day. So if I have a moment where I'm like, ooh, let me remind myself, things are always working out for me. I love saying it to other people. Because you know how something works out for you, and they're like, I don't know how you did that. And I'm like, things are always working out for me. Wish I could take the credit. I can't. The powers that be make sure that things work out for me. And that rhymed bars. Okay? So things are always working out for me. That is one of my favorites. It's also very special and necessary when you find yourself in a situation where you're like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Like what we were talking about before, I don't know how this is gonna go, and this could potentially like really frustrate me. Pause, take a moment. Things are always working out for me. Period. That's it. And then let it go. Drop the mic, walk away. Okay? Next on my lovely list that I have here, I am deserving of all that God has for me. All. You hear that? All. So that is my I'm not settling affirmation. That's my there's always more coming. That's my cup runneth over. I am abundance in the flesh affirmation. So whenever I feel like, oh, this is good enough, I remind myself, no, it's not. There can always be more. I am deserving of all the things that God has for me. And furthermore, on the topic of imposter syndrome, that little pesky voice that be like, you ain't even work that hard. How did you get here? I can't believe they picked you over her. I can't believe it. I am deserving of all that God has for me. What they say? He don't call the qualified. He qualifies the call. Okay, listen. I'm gonna move on to affirmation number 3 because this video is gonna be 30 minutes long messing around with me. Next on my list, number 3, my success is abundant and fluid. You deserve success. Everyone deserves success. And let me be clear, there's room for all of us. This whole, I can't do this because she already doing that. The market don't belong to her. There's room for all of us. People love to use the bread aisle, but forget the bread aisle. Look at the makeup aisle. How many blue eyeshadows are there in the world? For real, how many? You can't even tell me because it's that many. And it's so many different shades of blue, and some of them are shimmering, some of them are not. But if you want to do it, and you are called to do it, and the success is yours, know and be sure my success is abundant and fluid, okay? There is room for everybody. Everybody eats. Number 4, I embrace the greatness within me. What does this one say? This one says that you are great, that you already have everything that you need, that you don't need to seek that anywhere else but in yourself. And it's perfectly fine to go to an accountability partner or a trusted friend and say, hey, I need a reminder. But just so you know, it's already there, right? It's already there. So that's number 1. That's the first thing that affirmation is doing for you. The second part of that affirmation is saying, so not only do you recognize that it's there, but also you embrace it. Embracing is like, it's more than welcoming. It's more than acceptance. It's like, ooh, I like you. Come on over here. Let me embrace you with my arms. Okay? So I embrace the greatness within me. I'm getting excited. Number 5. I have the power to create change. Now, what did we talk about at the beginning of this video? Why these affirmations are important, the power of the tongue, the power of the word. You can create your own reality. You can. So this is like twofold right here. So I'm already affirming that I can affirm, that I can create, that I can. I'm gonna just give it to you one more time. I have the power to create change. What they say, if you don't like something, change it. Okay. Number 6, I am committed to the possibility of my own success. Now, I know what y'all thinking. You're like, dang, Ciarra, you talk about success a lot. But I like to talk about success because success often thought about in the realm of business and, those types of endeavors. But you can have success everywhere. You can have success in your body positivity journey. You can have success in your relationships, in your friendships. You can have success in your home life. You can have success in your small group. Success is, it's all around us, okay? So get rid of those limiting thoughts that success means, oh, I'm doing something that brings more income. Success means I'm doing something that brings all the different types of income. So monetary income, emotional income, mental income, physical income. You got this, okay? You got this. That's another affirmation. That's a bonus affirmation, okay? All right. My life is rich and full of love. Love and happiness. Okay, so love is the foundation of all things, all great things at the very least. It is the foundation of all great things. I want everything that I do to come from a place of love. I want it to come from my heart. I want people to feel like, I'm trying to think of a different way to say it and I can't. So I want people to feel love. I want them to feel the love. Just like when you support a business or when you go to get your favorite, I don't know, meal and you just like, there's that little extra oomph there that's like, this was made with love. This was made with me in mind, okay? So that is what I want my life to reflect. I want my life to be rich. I want it to be creamy. I want it to be full of depth, full of love. And so this is what this affirmation is for. I'm not necessarily saying I want my life to look like this, because you're not gonna find me limiting what God got for me. You're just not gonna do it. Okay? You know them pictures of like God's plan and then your plan, and your plan be like this, and you like, you didn't want to just sharpen the crayon before you did it. You are coloring outside the lines. So I'm not finna be like, hey, this is my plan, God, you have to accept it. I'm like, I want my life to be rich and full of love. And whatever that means to you, God, is what I want. I'm welcoming all of that, okay? Speaking of, it's a good transition, not even doing it on purpose. Speaking of welcoming things, speaking of being in the receptive mode, did y'all feel the dramatic like build up? That was why I paused, because I wanted y'all to like be like, okay, what's next? So hopefully I felt it. I am in the position to receive. Period. I'm in the position to receive. I'm a firm believer that you don't have to work hard. You do not have to work hard. I disagree with the notion that we were put here on this earth to work our fingers to the bone, to, do this, that, and the other. Now, you're not going to get off just not working at all. You definitely got to put some work in, but balance, right? So you're asking yourself, well, Ciarra, if you're not working hard, how are you putting yourself in a position to receive? One, I'm going to be energized when I receive whatever I got to receive, because guess who's going to get her rest? That's if, ain't it on my mind. Because you had those nights where you got this idea and it's just like, it's twirling and you can't even sleep because you start dreaming about it. You may as well just get on up. But guess who's going to take a nap the next day? This guy, okay? So what I mean when I say I don't necessarily believe you have to really work your fingers to the bone. I think you just need to be in alignment. I think you just need to be in the position to receive. I think sometimes the smallest little things that you do, the smallest little contributions that you make, you never know how impactful that is for somebody else. And you like, dang, that's what got your attention. That took me 5 minutes. And yeah, that's what got their attention. And next thing you know, somebody calling you and saying, hey, I got an opportunity for you. Put yourself in the position to receive. Be in alignment. We'll talk about alignment another day. That's a whole other video. Almost at the end, guys. This one is very, very, very near and dear to me. This one is important to me in more ways than one. This one is one that I came up with this year in this great year of 2020. And this is coming from somebody who was a hypochondriac as a child. And I've worked through that. There is no dis-ease or disorder in my body. That goes for the coronavirus. That goes for the flu. That goes for anything that attacks my immune system. That goes for any time I have an inkling, or I get an idea, or I go down a Google hole and I'm like, dang. So when the wind blows and my fingertips get weak, that could mean, pause right there. There is no dis-ease or disorder in my body, because you can get swarmed with fear. It can come in so quickly, consume every piece of you. The funny thing about affirmations, guys, they work both ways. They work both ways. So when you get consumed by that fear, you don't even realize that you are sealing your own fate. That is how powerful we are. That's how powerful we are. I tell this story all the time to my hypnobirthing families. It's a famous study. Way back when, cancer of the esophagus was a death sentence, right? Nowadays, we have a little more technology, a little more tools, a little more advancement. But there was a time where cancer of the esophagus meant you were going to die, okay? And there was a doctor who diagnosed his patient with cancer of the esophagus and told his patient, hey, you're going to die. 3 weeks later, patient dies. They do the autopsy. Not only was there no cancer of the esophagus, there was not a trace of cancer in the esophagus. There was a touch of it on the lung, certainly not enough for him to die. So that doctor went on for years studying the mind, studying the brain, researching, trying to figure out if just the idea that you had this sentence and you were going to die could contribute to whether or not you die. And I'm here to tell you it can. Now, if you want to read more about that yourself, I'm happy to drop the book below. Look in the comments, but it works in the positive just like it works in the negative. So you might be thinking, well, don't you want to just get it checked out just in case? Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will go and get it checked out just in case. It just depends. I'm going to look within, I'm going to get my answer. But while I'm getting it checked out, guess what I'm going to be sitting there saying? There is no disease or disorder in my body. And I say that often. I also take good care of my body. Preventative measures go a long way, but I say that often. You may not even believe it today, and that's okay. That's the great thing about affirmations. You don't have to believe it today, but you're going to say it as if it's true every single time. Okay? My final affirmation for you lovely people this evening is simply, I am. Period. I am. And I say that because I need to remind myself sometimes that I matter. I need to remind myself of my importance and my place in this world. I need to remind myself of my purpose. And I just simply say, I am. And I can follow that up with whatever I want to follow it up with. But rest assured, I am sitting there saying, I am. So those are my affirmations. Remember, affirmations work in the positive just like they work in the negative. The subconscious doesn't understand, oh, I really hope I don't get laid off. Because all they're hearing is all those words. So layoff is in there, don't is in there, but they don't understand how don't and laid off go together, right? That doesn't make sense to the subconscious. The subconscious is like, oh, laid off, cool. Focus on what you want. What do you want? A secure job, financial stability. All of those things can be in your affirmations. All of those things. My tips for you today are, whether you use my affirmations, you start to create your own, you remix mine, however you go about it, my advice to you today is your affirmations are personal, meaning they start with I, my. Yeah, that's pretty much the only two options. I, my, maybe I am, or I'm, I'll, whatever. They have to be present tense. So actually scratch the I'll, because that's I will, and we're not I willing anything. We already did it, okay? Present tense, and you can't say I'm going to have this. You have to say it as if it's already here, okay? They need to be precise. It's okay to have broad affirmations like I am, but if you're focused on something in particular, be precise. Be as precise as you possibly can. Be specific. Narrow it all the way down. Know exactly what you want. They need to be practiced, okay? You need to practice them, practice them, practice them. As much as you can throughout the day, before you go to bed, when you get up in the morning, practice your affirmations. And know that even if your belief of whatever it is that you're saying is at about 80%, even 50%, the more you say them, the more you believe them. Believe in yourself, know yourself, love yourself. I am, you are, okay? Now, I personally cannot affirm things for you because I'm not in control of you. I'm in control of Ciarra. So I affirm things for me. But hopefully this video has been helpful to you today. I hope that you take something away. Feel a little more inspired, got a little pep in your step, a little jump in your rump. I just made that up. Be great, guys. Be great. Just go and continue to be great. Focus on that inner power, that inner wisdom. Create your inner peace. You got this. Thanks for watching.